different businesses will have a similar type of moat. So like a big one would be like a scale advantage where the
Yes.
bigger you get, the lower costs are. Um, when you mentioned talking about Coca-Cola and Pepsi, one of the great moats for Coca-Cola outside of just, having a tasty beverage that has people with their preferences is they took a very different approach to the distribution part of the business. And so if you want to contrast what they did versus what Pepsi did, Coca-Cola basically said, instead of taking all of this expensive manufacturing in-house, we're going to have bottlers do it, and they're going to take up these expenses. We're just going to focus on what we're best at. So Coca-Cola was very, very capital efficient, whereas Pepsi kind of, they weren't as focused, and they were trying to dip their toes in a bunch of different things. So they tried to buy up like Frito-Lay, and they tried to get into snacks, and they tried to hit other areas of grocery. And so during that time when Buffett first bought into Coke, they just completely ran over Pepsi, even though Pepsi was trying to do these kind of advertising campaigns to say that, hey, logically our drink's better. It didn't matter because Coca-Cola had those deep moats, and it goes to show how there can be different aspects of a moat within an entire business. So whether it's a product, like going back to the Apple thing with the iPhone, I think one of their biggest moats is their iMessage, because I had to deal with this firsthand where I used to have an Android, and if you guys use iMessage, when you have a group chat, everybody who's in the group chat, as long as you have an iPhone, we get the blue box. But as soon as one person with an Android comes into the group chat, it ruins the whole thing, and it turns the boxes green. What the problem with that is, if you're trying to share pictures, um, and there's an Android in the group chat, the pictures come in at very, very low quality because something to do with the way they're doing the SMS, to include the Android, ruins the picture quality. So my family had a separate group chat away from me because I had an Android. And so eventually, of course, I had to switch over to the iPhone so I could be part of these group chats. And I'm never going back, right? As far as with the phones that are available today. So iMessage is an example of something within the Apple product that really gives it this competitive moat that you combine with network effects, where the more people that have an iPhone and the more people use iMessage, the more powerful that moat is, because now you want to buy it just to fit in and to be a part of the conversation. Or you could have a distribution moat like with Coca-Cola, or some other kind of business efficiency moat. And we've seen a lot of those in retail too, where the way you've structured different parts of your business, from distribution to logistics to even, the way you treat employees, those all can have different bearings on the final results of a business. And you could have a company like Coca-Cola that, blows one of their competitors like Pepsi out of the water, even though the industry as a whole is doing really, really well. And so you can start to have investments that do a lot better than their peers when you correctly identify the companies that have moats.